Welcome everyone, I'm Scott Phillips, Head of Distribution here at Montgomery, and today I have a guest in Gary Rollo, Portfolio Manager for Montgomery Small Companies Fund. As we know, smaller companies cover the whole Australian economy with the types of companies that are listed on the ASX. For an early take in terms of reporting season, Gary, what have you seen so far?
Thanks, Scott. Well, we've had about 10% of companies report so far, so it is early. But we can already see some key messages coming out of the consumer sector, and the big message for us is those companies in the consumer sector that have operations overseas, they seem to be reporting pretty decent outcomes and outlooks that are a bit more solid. Whereas those that are domestic facing, and we've seen some of our better companies report, like Nick Scali for instance, they're reporting slowdowns now in the front end of their business. Temple & Webster today slowed down in the front of its business, and the market doesn't like slowdowns. As you know, RBA also gave us that interest rate rise at the beginning of this week, beginning of last week I should say, and that's going to take, we think, rates into restrictive territory. So possible slowdown coming, probable slowdown coming in consumption, and stock markets don't like that.
Yeah, absolutely, they don't. Share price reactions on any of those? Anything been sold off a lot?
Well, Nick Scali, quality retailer, expectations were kind of running, I guess, positively going into the result. Stock's off 20%. Temple & Webster today, stock's off, last time I looked, 20%. So the moves are volatile when these companies report, and unfortunately, the CEOs are having to call it as they see it, which is, you know, as we should all expect, the economy is cooling.
Yeah. Supply chain issues were a big concern in 2022. Have they fed through the system, and are there any issues with supply chains for these companies?
Supply chains, well, supply chains have been a negative over the last couple of years, but some of the positives are now starting to arrive. I'll give an example. Audinate is one of the companies in our portfolio. They have a big backlog as a result of not being able to satisfy demand because they couldn't get the semiconductors. Those semiconductors, or the supply of them, are starting to free up, and as it frees up, they're able to satisfy that demand, and growth is accelerating. So they posted a set of numbers yesterday, really solid, good profit beat, and a good outlook as more supply comes on. Domestically in Australia, we're also seeing companies that are able to lift prices and pass on some of those costs. I think Boral would be a call out, although that's a business that's been looking for a good management team to run it for a while now, and we've seen already some initiatives that management team's in terms of pulling the levers and getting the profits out now.
And Gary, we've got exposure to Boral through Seven Group, is that right?
That's right. Seven own about 72% thereabouts of Boral, and they've been instrumental in bringing the new management team to the group. So, yep, that's in the portfolio.
Well done. Okay, look, that's just a quick take in terms of what Gary is seeing in reporting season so far. We will come back mid-reporting season and have a further look at what other companies have reported and try and get a feel of the pulse of the Australian economy and the companies that are operating within there. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter in the meantime. Thank you.